everyone! Today we are going to use everything we know about place value to help us compare numbers and help us order numbers from least to greatest. When I'm ordering numbers, I like to first start by reading all the numbers that I have to order. 214, 372, and 221. Then I like to look at the largest place value of these numbers, and these numbers, they're all 3-digit numbers, so the largest place value is the hundreds place. So if I look and I see, there's a 200, 300, 200, I know right away that the 372 is my greatest number, my biggest number, because it has the most hundreds. These other numbers only have 200, whereas this number has 300. So that tells me right away 372 is my greatest or biggest number. So I'm going to write that number down and I'm going to cross it out of my list because I know that I've already put that in order. And if you'll notice down here, there's some letters, L and G. That's just to help me remember least and greatest. Now I have these last two numbers here to compare, 214 and 221. Well, I'm noticing they both have 200. So that right there, they're equal, but we know one is bigger and one is smaller. So then we're gonna move over to the tens place. Oh, this has 1 10 or 10, and this has 2 tens or 20. What's bigger, 10 or 20? 20. That's 2 tens. This is only 1 10. So I know that 221 is bigger than 214. So I know that 214 is my smallest number out of these three numbers. So I'm going to write that down on the least. And then look at that, I crossed it out and now I only have 221 left. So I'm going to write that down in the middle. Now as a mathematician, I always like to double check my work, and I like to start and I think 214, 221, 372. Yeah, those are in order from the smallest number to the greatest number. Next, we're going to practice comparing two numbers and telling how we know they're different. Okay, friends, we are going to compare these two numbers, 374 and 347. So I like to start at the hundreds place. They both have 300, so that part is equal. So now I need to move over into the tens place. 374 has 70 or a 7 in the tens place, or 347 has a 40 or 4 in the tens place. So which is bigger, 70 or 40? Oh, 70 is bigger. So I don't even have to look at the ones place. I know that 374 has more tens, so it's greater. So I'm going to draw my greater than symbol. 374 is greater than 347. But how do I know that? Well, I just said with my words that 374 has more tens than 347. So I could write that as a sentence. 374 has more tens than 347. Okay, not my nicest handwriting. I'm sorry, I was trying to write fast. But you know, as a teacher, I might ask, well, how many more tens does 374 have? So I'm going to use a picture to help me. Now I'm going to use a base 10 model to help me. Remember in class we use those base 10 pieces, but we know that we can still use that model at home by drawing the picture to help us. So I'm going to write 374 right here, and then I'm going to draw the picture to represent that. So the square represents the hundreds, so I'm going to draw 100, 200, 300. The sticks or the lines represent the 7 or the tens, excuse me. So 10, 20, 30, 40, 50, 60, 70. And then the dots represent the ones. 1, 2, 3, 4. 374. Now I'm going to write the number 347. So I'm going to do the same thing. 100, 200, 300, 10, 20, 30, 40. 41, 42, 43, 44, 45, 46, 47. Okay, so 347. Now I can kind of start to see how many more tens 374 has than 347. Ooh, look at that. 1, 2, 3 more tens than 347. So I now know that 374 has 3 more tens. Okay. So when we're comparing numbers, we always want to be thinking about how do we know, using everything we know about place value to help us. So you can use a sentence or words to explain your thinking. You can use a picture, and sometimes that picture will help you give even more detail. So let's look at our work page. This is another turn-in work page. So remember to text it to your teacher or email, text it, send a picture to your teacher. You're going to start by ordering numbers. These are tickets sold at a carnival or like the Linden Fair. So they want you to tell them what day there was the most and what day there was the least. And then you're going to put those in order from least to greatest. So you're going to put all of these numbers in order. And then this is a story about how many hot dogs were sold. And they want you to compare 909 to 990. And they want you to tell how did you know which one was greater. Here it says which is less, 943 or 934. How do you know? So make sure you explain with words or a picture how you know which number is less or which number is greater. And then when you're done, take a picture and email it, text it, or send it to your teacher. We cannot wait to see what you've been working on. Bye, friends.